This is really beautiful that everybody's here today. I hope that you understand we need more. We need you to talk to your neighbors. We need you to talk to your friends, your family. Not tolerate discussions of bigotry. Teach people how to have courage. And that's all it takes. People don't realize that they can speak up for other people. They don't realize that it's okay to do that. We have to show them how to do that. Here in this area, people just don't understand, so I invite you all to learn as much as you can about the immigration system. Not just the headlines, okay? But we can be pushed to one side or another without really understanding what's going on. But it's a complex system, but at the end of the day, it's about love. It's about loving human beings and being good to each other and treating each other right and building the communities that we want. And really, it's a global community, right? It's not just Pensacola. It's not just Florida. It's not Escambia County. We've got one more speaker coming up. Ms. Jasmine, where you at? Come on over.
Thank you, Grace. So I'm Jasmine. I'm a member with the Party for Socialism and Liberation, and I'm here with all of you today to reject this racist, aggressive war on our immigrant community. I am determined, and we should be determined to face Trump's aggressive policies head on, and I hope y'all are ready to do that. For all of us to be free, we must struggle with all oppressed and exploited groups regardless of immigration status. We cannot get unity without struggle, and we cannot struggle without unity. Trump and the millionaires and the billionaires who back him want us to believe that immigrants are dangerous criminals. That's a lie. We know that's a lie. The only people invading our communities are ICE agents, other federal cops, and now the National Guard. That's who is invading. That's who's disturbing the peace. They are showing up in our streets, at our family gatherings, at people's jobs. Shame on them. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. I'm glad that Grace brought up earlier the fear of a traffic stop. I know that all too well as a black woman, and I'm sure plenty of us in this crowd know the anxiety and the fear that you feel as soon as you see those red and blue lights behind you. My legs start shaking, my hands start shaking. I don't know if I'm gonna end this encounter alive. You don't know if you're gonna end this encounter alive or deported or held by ICE. We should not be living in fear by the people who are allegedly supposed to protect and serve us. They are In Los Angeles, they even attacked and injured the president, David Huerta, of the largest union in the state. Shame. Shame. We must continue to reject this racist narrative that immigrants should be perceived and treated as criminals. The real threat comes from the billionaires, the corporations, and the politicians who tirelessly work to strip away our rights. That's who the real criminals are. The real criminals are the ones who send billions of weapons for war that we instigate. We have Israel bombing Iran right now with our tax dollars. That's who the real criminals are. The real criminals are the ones who strip us of our bodily autonomy. The real criminals are the ones who want to kick people off their health care benefits. When you ask who your enemy is, know that it's those who want you living in isolation, fear, and ignorance without a dollar in your pocket. That's who the real criminals are. The real criminals are these so-called leaders who shove people into inhumane detention centers. The Trump administration, his aggressive terror on immigrants is not new. This is not new to us. The U.S. has historically spent over $3 billion a year on a budget that has been steadily and dramatically increasing regardless of who's in office on the largest immigration detention apparatus in the world. To detain people who have lived in the U.S. for decades or who have arrived recently seeking a better life. Shame on them. Shame on them for spending so much and so many billions on places to corral people who have done nothing wrong. The U.S. sends their conquest for profit overseas to exploit labor, to exploit people overseas. Our government, as it currently stands, sanctions and coups foreign nations a lot in Latin America. And after the U.S. destabilizes their countries, it's these so-called leaders who demonize and dehumanize these immigrants. Shame. So capitalist ventures, they can cross borders, but people can't. What's up with that? In these privately owned detention centers, people suffer inhumane conditions and rights abuses, including medical neglect, preventable deaths, discriminatory treatment, and a lack of due process. Shame! Shame! All those billions and people have to live like animals in these detention centers? That's not right. No. And that's how you know it's not about order. It's about terror and profit. This is more than Trump. This is more than any one president. It's this system that perpetuates injustice for the sake of division, profit, and exploitation. Yeah. Just because a policy is legal doesn't make it just. Remember that slavery was legal, and many in the prison system still to this day suffer from modern slavery. Remember that Jim Crow was legal. Remember that the Japanese internment camps were legal. Legality is a matter of power, not justice. Collective task should and is and should be to claim our people power. That's right. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system will fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system will fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system will fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system will fall. Everybody who cares about free speech, the First Amendment, and the right to dissent needs to speak out against this blatant repression by the Trump administration. It is our responsibility. If they can get away with using the National Guard and militarized cops to suppress protests in Los Angeles, then that will only embolden the Trump administration to use greater and greater force all across the country against any expression of dissent, regardless of the issue in question. That is a dangerous precedent to set.
They sent armed Marines to LA.
Ridiculous, with our tax dollars, to suppress the people's voice and the people's right to protest. Unless we are out here, unless we use and exercise this right to its fullest extent, if we don't protest in this critical moment, we will lose that right. We will not be afraid to speak up, and we won't be afraid to build a just society where families don't have to live in fear. This Trump administration is deploying the National Guard and the heavily militarized federal cops and the Marines in an attempt to spread terror and intimidate people out of exercising this right to protest. But we refuse to be silenced. We refuse to be silenced. We are loud as hell right now. We can be even louder. to the anti-working policies of the Trump administration. Nothing will stop the people, and we will take the stand until the raids stop, until the ICE and military are off our streets. Immigrants are and have always been a main part of the working class in this country. Whether you were born here or in another country, all working people want essentially the same thing. It's what these people are coming over here for, to provide a decent life for our families and to live in peace with our rights respected and expanded. We have to expand our rights. It's no coincidence that the war on immigrants is ramping up, just as the administration and their right-wing allies in Congress are preparing to slash Medicaid and food stamps in order to pay for tax breaks for the rich and increase spending on war. Shame! Shame on them. If the whole working class unites in this critical moment, we can change the politics of this country and deal a blow to the billionaire agenda in the Trump administration. We have to believe we can do it, and we have to work for it. The role that we all play is in this moment and beyond is vital. It's what matters the most, is the roles that we continue to play. At the very minimum, like Ray said, knowledge is what? Power. Knowledge is what? Power. At the very minimum, we must stay informed on what's happening locally and nationally while keeping an eye to the U.S. foreign policy, because what they do abroad is what they do to us at home. Staying informed helps us engage with the people in our lives so we can have necessary conversations. Our lives are not separated from politics, that so many people want to believe. It's not separated from us. Politics shapes our lives. It shapes our freedoms. It shapes who we communicate with. We must intervene and not sit back and let terror reign. Our solidarity is not just being out at protests. It's great that we're out here today, but it goes beyond that. It matters all the time in the quiet moments. In the quiet moments, that's when we devote even a bit of ourselves to action in between these protests. There's something for everyone to do. There's eager organizations wanting to welcome people in. There's ways to get involved. There's ways to volunteer. There's ways to donate. There's ways to raise awareness. There's ways to educate. It's never too late to learn. Always remember that. It's never too late to learn. If you said something contradictory 2 years ago, correct it. Say something good now. Encourage others to do the same. It's never too late to learn. It's never too late to join an organization. It's never too late to get involved. At this moment, more than ever, our immigrant community, they need our voices, not our silence. They need our dedication to fight alongside them, not just our social media posts. They are great, but that cannot be all we do. They need our support, not just our allyship. They need us to be active, not passive. And we have to remember that for every struggle that comes along. It will not stop here. We have to keep building a movement. We have to keep building people power. Because if we want to get what we are seeking, which is a just society, we have to be organized to take it. We can't just wait for it to come to us. It's never been given to us. We have to take it. So I'm going to end with a quick chant. Power to the people. No one is illegal. Power to the people. No one is illegal. Power to the people. No one is illegal. Thank you. Power to the people. No one is illegal.
All right, guys. Knowledge is power. I'm going to drop a little bit of knowledge for you right now, okay? That term, illegal alien, is used to describe someone who has committed a misdemeanor. But only certain ones, right? Do you know anyone who's been charged with a misdemeanor? Yeah. Are they awful people? No. Have they done something horrible to hurt a community or another individual? No. But they use this term to describe us. That is where that comes from. So understanding that crossing the border is a misdemeanor. Overstaying your visa is not even a crime. Okay? It's a civil infraction. But those two things are what make one undocumented. These are the people that we're fighting for. People that have been deported and come back probably have a family here. And they're just coming back to take care of their kids, to take care of their families, or to eat. Because for whatever reason, they can't do it where they're at. Understand the human condition. Understand the reason why people migrate. And it's not just here, it's all over the world. Three things we need to remember coming away from this, okay? One is to keep educating ourselves. Keep understanding this situation. Keep understanding how they use words like illegal to describe an individual. This is a tactic that was used after slavery, by the way, all the way through to civil rights. To call people rapists and murderers and stuff. This is a tactic that's been used over and over again, but it's hard to get them off of us right now because people don't understand this, okay? Number two, we need help with the jail. We have people in there at any given time that are, and the numbers are increasing, on ICE holds. They may be in there for traffic infraction. Okay, they get pulled over for being brown, and they happen to not have a license because our state is one that does not allow undocumented immigrants to get a license while others do. This is not unheard of. So we could easily make things easier, but someone chooses to make it more difficult. But meanwhile, they're in our system here, in our community. We need help with the jail because they are not working quickly at all to make improvements for our foreign language speakers that are in the jail. People that cannot contact their family members to even let them know that they're in there. Okay? One of the first people that I met most recently was a kid from Venezuela. He had no idea why he was in the jail. He had no way to contact his mother. He had no way to understand how to use those tablets. And what country were these folks that got sent to El Salvador? They were from Venezuela. This kid didn't even understand what was going on with all that. He had no idea what kind of situation he was in. Somebody in the jail knew me, gave him my number, and helped him connect with me. And that's how we were able to get his story out. We need to share stories so people to understand the situations that people are going through individually. The last thing, and probably one of the hardest situations that we're having to deal with FHP here in Florida and the sheriff in Baldwin County. He's the one that is working with ICE in that county, in Foley, Robertsdale, Summerdale, Gulf Shores, all of that area. Every single day they are going to work sites, construction work sites, picking up men that are working. And we're seeing videos of them running. We're seeing videos of them getting handcuffed and put into custody. And we have no contact with them after that. We need that to stop. So, thank you. I'd like to thank DSA for helping out with the water, the donation of water. Also want to thank you to PSL for all the love and support you guys constantly give our immigrant community and helping to organize this today. Love you guys all. Please keep spreading the love. Please keep spreading the good information that people need so they can understand who we are. Thank you.
Okay, and last thing, everybody please, the organizers are going to stay here until y'all leave, so please leave as quickly as, well, I mean, you know, you can hang around a little bit and talk to us if you do want to get involved and such, but we do want everybody to get home safe, okay? So we're going to stay here until everybody's gone, all right? So I just wanted to let y'all know that. Please have a good night. Stay safe. Thank you. And yeah, I will say we have volunteer sign-ups here if you still haven't signed up, if you're interested in getting involved. Thank you. just listen to my voice. I'm collecting them right here. And please pick up your trash as well. We don't want it litter. Thank you.